Karen from Countyfairgrounds USA, countyfairgrounds.net. Welcome to today's podcast.
Hello, this is CoolKay from Countyfairgrounds in Denver, and we have on the line with us today Mr. Paul Jones, who's in charge of the AgrAbility Fair, Virtual State Fair that's occurring from the 1st of October through the end of October. It's to help agricultural people. And hi, Mr. Paul, and you want to tell us a little bit about what this is?
Sure. Our AgrAbility program is sponsored by U.S. Department of Agriculture, and we have projects in about 20 states around the country. So our main focus is to help agricultural workers who have some kind of a disability or other limitation that keeps them from doing the farm work that they need to do. Normally, during the summer and fall, we're active in a lot of different public awareness events like county fairs or state fairs, farm shows, other types of events like that. But because of the pandemic, most, if not all of those events have been canceled. So we were thinking of different options for how we might be able to still let people know about what we do. And this idea of a virtual state fair was proposed. So we're essentially taking social media approach to allowing different states around the country that have AgrAbility projects to share the types of services that they provide. And they may be sharing, videos of some of their clients or some facts about agriculture in their state. But it does last for virtually the entire month of October, and we'll have some other kind of special features besides just talking about the state projects. So that's kind of a general overview of what we're trying to do.
Okay, so I still don't quite understand what AgrAbility is. You existed before the pandemic?
Yes, AgrAbility is actually approaching its 30-year anniversary. It was first established through the 1990 Farm Bill and started out with just 8 different projects around the country, but now we have 20 funded projects, and USDA provides a grant to a land-grant university in a particular state, and they partner with at least one nonprofit disability services organization. And then they provide services to farmers or ranchers or other agricultural workers in their particular state that might have a disability or some other type of limitation. So yes, we've been around for quite a while, and this virtual state fair is the first time we've had that type of event, but the program itself has been around for almost 30 years now.
Okay, so you help handicapped people or people who have disabilities?
It could be any kind of limitation. Could be a disability like what you might think of, when you think of the Americans with Disabilities Act. It could be a spinal cord injury or amputation or, blindness or deafness. But we also work with people that have, perhaps they have significant arthritis, and they're not able to perhaps climb up on their tractor anymore or be able to do some of the work they need to do around the farm. Could be back problems. We work with veterans now that are coming back from conflicts, and perhaps some of those have post-traumatic stress disorder or traumatic brain injury. So kind of anything that falls within that spectrum of disability or functional limitation is something that we help people in agriculture with.
So you're helping a lot of farmers who have disabilities, who own places and just really have a bad time, right?
Sure, yeah. They need access to technology or maybe modifications to a piece of machinery or even to their house. We can't provide the direct funding or the equipment, but we can network with different agencies to try to help them get the whatever types of services or equipment they need to be able to be effective in their jobs.
Okay, so I see a lot of different states are participating in this, and on the schedule on your website, they have different states for different days. Are these different states doing different kinds of programs each day, or is it, something that's just for that particular state that they're repeating certain functions?
Some of the activities that the states do are similar. All of them provide assessments for farmers that might have some type of limitation, but it can vary in terms of what the particular states might focus on. For example, I know California's AgrAbility project has a strong focus on migrant and seasonal farm workers, since that's such a big part of their agriculture, whereas Alaska doesn't have traditional kind of Midwestern Great Plains agriculture, but they do have an agriculture of their own. So different states will be kind of highlighting maybe different aspects of the agriculture in their state, or they could be talking about, specific services they might focus on. Some of them work with not only the farmers, but the farm families and the caregivers of people with disabilities. Some of them have a stronger focus on mental behavioral health issues than others. So each one will be having the opportunity to highlight, the specific programs that they have in their state to help farmers with disabilities.
Okay, now tell our audience, virtual is still kind of new for a lot of us. So you want to tell us what, virtual in this event means? I mean, like, I see that you're posting on Facebook and Twitter, and you have a URL for that. Is it being, is it like live virtual every day? Can somebody go to a certain website and watch it?
It's not live in that aspect. No, it's not. It's not like a webinar or some kind of a live broadcast. It's more of postings from different states. And again, you're correct. We're posting on Facebook and Twitter, so that people can get examples of what type of programs are available. So it's not quite like some of the virtual events, which do have live activities going on. It's more of kind of an informational opportunity for people to connect with the particular state that they might live in, or just got to kind of get an overview of what AgrAbility can provide and what's available in their own particular states.
All right, so I have to ask how you got involved with this, and have you always been involved with it?
I've been part of AgrAbility for about 22 years now. I started out working with Purdue's Agricultural Safety and Health Program back in 1998. At that time when I started, I wasn't necessarily focusing on the AgrAbility or the disability aspect, but I quickly kind of moved into that area and eventually began managing the Indiana program and then the National AgrAbility program. So it's been kind of a growth experience for me in learning more about disability and agriculture. We've got people from all kinds of backgrounds that work with our AgrAbility program. Some of them have more of an agricultural background. Some of them have more of a disability background. But when we can combine those different areas of expertise, we have, I think, what's an effective way of reaching out to people in agriculture that have some kind of a limitation.
Okay, so on Facebook and Twitter, there'll be links for these people to click on. Is that right?
Yes, it depends. Each state has an opportunity to share what they want to share. I'm not sure exactly what all of them are planning to share, but there's often either some type of a direct link to their program pages, or the first day is actually on October 1st is going to be an overview of AgrAbility. So we'll provide kind of just the general information contacts for the different projects around the country. And then the second day we'll focus on what we do here at the National AgrAbility program and some of the resources that are available. So if there's a question, and maybe you didn't get all the information you wanted to on the particular day that you happen to be tuned in, you can go back and on our posts and see all kinds of listings of resources and links. So hopefully it'll be kind of a library of different success stories and resources that are available for people that might need them in the area of disability in agriculture.
Okay, will this stuff also be posted on your website?
That's a good question. We haven't really thought about how we would post it. We'll definitely have links to the archived virtual state fair pages, so people will definitely have the opportunity to go back and look at the posts. And yes, we'll plan to have links available on the website so that they can do that.
Yeah, I know as a techie person who sits at this computer a lot of hours a day, the internet is not always that easy to use, okay? And a lot of people who have, it takes time to figure things out. Sometimes, people don't know how to use Twitter. Sometimes they don't know how to use Facebook. That's what I'm getting at. So the more places it's posted probably would be the better.
Right. That's a good point.
Okay, well, I've thoroughly enjoyed talking to you. Is there anything else you want to add before we end the call?
I would just appreciate, everybody's interest in this area. Our program is really, kind of based on face-to-face kind of personal interactions with people. Like I say, our staff members traditionally will go out on farms and, talk to the farmers directly, see what the issues are and what kind of operations they're dealing with and, the technologies that they might need. So it's been kind of a challenge during the past few months to try to figure out how to do that in some cases where there have been a lot of travel restrictions. So it's, I think you're right in terms of the challenge for a lot of people to try to move to doing some things virtually. I think we've kind of grown in that area in terms of being able to function in a different way. And so hopefully when we get back to our normal kind of face-to-face interactions, we'll still be able to utilize some of these tools that we've had to develop to keep going during the pandemic.
I hope it's soon. Okay, thank you, Mr. Paul. I bet.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.